my review of Dead Spacer 2 for the PS3 of course. This game obviously is a sequel to EA's 2008/9, I think, 2009 title, Dead Space 1 obviously. Sees you playing again as Isaac Clarke, it takes directly after the first game. Wakes up on the Sprawl, a place on the Titan area of Saturn, or whatever. And you wake up and shit goes down, necromorph infestation's happening because, lo and behold, the Titan station has a marker. God damn it. You think they would learn? No! It's Isaac's job to get off this fucking station and try and stop yet another necromorph horde. And my god, this guy, by the way, I don't know why he tries to stay alive. I would just kill myself if I was him, because character-wise, it's got to be some of the best character-driven story I've ever seen in my life. Isaac Clarke makes the story of this game. Oh man, the shit that he goes through in this game, the absolute mental instability he's got, and the absolute turmoil that he's going through in this game. Truly, truly remarkable storytelling, but from Visceral Games, truly, truly remarkable. I mean, I don't know how Isaac does it. I really don't. You can see it in his eyes, you can see it in his facial expression. He just cannot go on like this anymore. If the third game is anything like this, oh my god, I think he's just going to bleed. He's just going to bleed out his eyes and die. The things he sees in this game, nothing compared to the first game. The shit that he goes through in this game, nothing like the first game. Oh wow, I can't even explain it. It's just, it's overwhelming. He gets visions all the time, and Nicole, he just can't let her go. He just can't let go of the fact that she's dead. He just can't accept the fact that she's dead. And he couldn't prevent it, he just can't let it go. And that plagues him the entire time. He's killing these fucking things, and his mind's just flashing back to the Ishimura, all the fucking things he saw, all the hive mind, oh man. It's just one point where he actually physically, his mind actually tricks him into believing he's been grabbed by the hive mind again, and he's fucking shooting at the walls and things, and it just flashes back to normal, and you're just thinking as a player, oh man, whoa, what the fuck is going on? Oh man, I started to question whether I was actually killing necromorphs or I was just killing fleeing scientists, because I had no idea. I started having trouble distinguishing what was real and what was actually Isaac's mind. There are times where an enemy was running at me and Isaac's mind would just click, and he would be seeing shit, and then the next thing he'd be on the ground and this thing's like stabbing him and shit, and you're just like, what the fuck? Get the fuck off me! And you're just firing everywhere, and there's a lot of scenes where the lights crash and enemies pour the rooms, and you are just giving it hell. You're giving it hell. And the necromorphs in this are in double the numbers. There's new enemy types, and this game plays in your mind like no other game has played in my mind in a long time. It's absolutely perfect for what it is. Presentation wise, it's probably one of the best presented games and stories I've ever played in my entire life. Kudos, by the way. Absolutely incredible. The turmoil at Isaac alone makes up for this. There's a part in the game that really disturbed me. Really disturbed me, and I really struggled to get through it. It was, you were in an orphanage, and every single necromorph you fought there was a baby. A dead baby infected with a necromorph, and the only way to kill them was to shoot them in the head, which decapitated the head, and every time you shot them they screamed like a baby, and sometimes you had to fight multiple of these. There was even a point where I had to set them on fire. Wow, I don't know, like, emotionally that was hard to do that. I mean, there is times in other games where I've just thought, why can I not just shoot this child in the head? But in Dead Space 2, the atmosphere, the music, the tone, the lighting, just the setting of that place was just incredible. Hard hitting. It was just, I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it. I had to actually stop, breathe, and just like, right, just go in, aim and shoot, deal with it. Deal with it after we get out, just get in there and get in, like, just get it done, man. It was hard. And then later on in the game, there's other characters that actually have the cheek to screw Isaac over and call him an arsehole, a bad man, and that. When these people are like killing their own people off, locking off doors for other people and that. And Isaac's just trying to get out. He's not doing anything wrong at all. They're actually blaming him for the necromorph infestation. They don't realise it's because they have a marker on the Titans, on the spaceship. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And Isaac's, there's times where I honestly thought he was just going to die. I honestly thought his brain was just going to rupture and he was just going to die, because there was times where he was seeing symbols and the screen was just flashing, and the controller was vibrating more and more and more and more heavier, and then that's heavy duty, like heavy duty. Then the game progresses. You start to fight harder enemies. You start to fight tar enemies, and then there's just a point. There's a point in this game that is from old school sci-fi movies, and you didn't get this anymore. It's just a point where everything seems at their bleakest. Everything's against you. It's last stand. It's practically suicide, and the hero just sits, comes to terms with what's happening, grabs their weapon, gets up and goes, right, if this is how this shit's going to end, I am going to fucking end it, right? I'm going to end this shit and you're going to fucking know about it, right? That's what happens to Isaac right at the end. He just sits down, because he has a companion throughout the thing, but she's not that important. She's just there to keep you going. He has the chance to leave this place with her, and instead of leaving with her, he sets her off in her own spaceship, and she can't come back because he's disabled the controls. He's condemned himself to suicide, basically, by letting her go, because that's the only spaceship, and it is not coming back. He's condemned himself, and he realises that. He sits down, takes his helmet off, finally comes to terms when Nicole's death. Finally comes to terms with it. And then he sets off. He doesn't care. He doesn't care anymore. He just goes off, kills things, and he doesn't care what happens to him as long as he stops this. Come hell or high water, he knows he's going to die, but in the meantime he's going to stop this. And at that point, it's just epic. It's just epic from that point to the end. And right at the end, there's this bit that happens in Isaac's mind. It's a bit overwhelming, to say the least. It's a bit over the top, and I don't know, like, I haven't talked about the gameplay because essentially it's the same as Dead Space 1. So if you like the gameplay in Dead Space 1, you'll like it in 2. Nothing improves, nothing gets worse, it just stays the same. It works, so they kept it. There's a bunch of new weapons. They're alright. They're alright. You got a sniper rifle and you got a javelin gun. That's about it. Oh, I've talked about the sound, atmosphere and that. It's just incredible. Graphically, I wouldn't say it's all that better, but technically it is actually pretty damn good. Pretty damn good for graphics. And lasting appeal. I could play this game again and again and again and again. Not because I have to, not because I can, but because I want to. Because of how the story is. I'm going to wrap that up. And for me, Dead Space 2 is a 10 out of 10 game, which for me is a rating of Game of the Year worthy. This game truly is a contender for this year's Game of the Year. Everything this game tries to do, perfect. If any other game tried to do this, no fucking chance. But because with Dead Space 2, its presentation is perfect, its graphics is perfect, its sound is perfect, its gameplay is perfect, its lasting appeal is damn right perfect. So that's it. Dead Space 2 is officially the first ever game that I've reviewed that has gotten 10 out of 10. It's Game of the Year worthy. It's literally that good a game. You absolutely fundamentally have to buy this game. I can understand that even though it's a 10 out of 10 game, people aren't going to enjoy it. Fair dues, but what can I say? It's perfect in every way. It's perfect in everything it tried to achieve. Everything it tried to achieve, it achieved perfectly. And that's the fundamentals of a 10 out of 10 game. So, thanks for watching. Take care. See you later. Love you, PS3.